Now Wilson on first down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They go play action now. Wilson.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw, it's Rodgers. Going out wide, finds Chubb. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining. On third down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Harris.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On play action, Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. There he goes left side.
Right down the
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers. Into the secondary, past the 40. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here, and that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And just shutting him off there. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 7.
Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Fournette running right. And they can't bring him down. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jacob Harris,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Powerful running. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Airing it out deep for Smith.
and oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Now Wilson.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Wilson will throw again. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. Touchdown! Josh Oliver in the final seconds of the first half.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Roses to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Washington 21, Bengals 14.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half.
This one fielded at the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals.
Who wants
And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 40. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson trucks over him. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Fournette again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Leonard Fournette.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Rosas good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bengals 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bengals drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a play fake. Rodgers to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On play action, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Big hold of the 30. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Reuben Foster picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 21. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now Rodgers drops it off for Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll run with Chubb. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a give to Fournette. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kyzir White.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Steps away to his left. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score small tie.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers flush to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down again.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. And that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st down, Wilson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From the 38, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Casey Hayward with a sack on the well-timed corner blitz. Here's Wilson to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Mark Andrews, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington has retaken the lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Rodgers. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jerry Jeudy, 79 yards. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
78 yards on the ground for him so far. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Fighting his way through contact. Fights through and now a crease. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Cincinnati, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-2, and they will get a